Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Today we'll learn how to multiply binomials and how to multiply trinomials. I hope you are aware about what binomials and trinomials are. If you are not, please go watch the video Algebra Part 2. This link to that video is provided in the description box. So let's start. So the first one is multiplying a monomial with a binomial. So here we'll be having such algebraic expressions, such polynomials in which one of the term would be a monomial, that is consisting of just one term, and the other one would be a binomial, means the other expression would consist of two terms, like here it's 2b and 5c. So how to find the product of such expressions? So before starting with the questions, there is a law that we need to understand, which is distributive law under addition and distributive law under subtraction. So distributive law under addition, it states that if there is some variable that you need to multiply, or we can say if there is a monomial that you need to multiply with a binomial. So what you have to do, basically it means you have to multiply this a with each and every term present inside the second bracket. So this a needs to be multiplied with b as well as c. How do we multiply it? So first please keep this thing in mind, when you are multiplying we also multiply the signs. So a is having a positive sign because there is nothing before a, so it's positive. Similarly b is also positive because there is no sign before b. So basically we are multiplying plus a with plus b, that's how we get just a times b. Now since there was an addition sign in between, so we put that addition sign as it is, and then we multiplied plus a with plus c, and that's how we got a times c, right? So this is known as distributive law under addition. Why under addition? Because the sign between the sign in the binomial, that is b plus c, was a plus. This sign I am talking about, this sign was a plus, that's why we are calling it distributive law under addition. How is it different from distributive law under subtraction? The only difference is in the distributive law under subtraction there would be a subtraction sign. Here also this a, whatever, there could be a or any other number or any other variable. So whatever that is, we need to multiply that variable with everything present inside the other bracket. So first we multiplied plus a with plus b, we got a times b, then we kept the minus same as it is, then we multiplied a with c, that's how we get ac. I hope it's clear. And this distributive law, it's not just for two terms, three terms or one term. We can generalize it for as many number of terms as there are. Okay, so let's start with the question. It says a square, find the product of a square and 2b minus 5c. So as we have just studied the distributive law, so in order to multiply them, we need to multiply basically this a square. This needs to be multiplied with everything present inside the other bracket, that is 2b minus 5c. So first we multiplied a square with 2b. Both were positive. So that's how we are not putting any sign, because positive multiplied with a positive is just positive. Then there was a minus sign, so we kept the minus as it is. Now we multiplied this a square with 5c. So that's how it's a square times 5c. Since there was, and how do we multiply? This is explained in the previous video, Algebra Part 5. You can have a look at that also if you are not getting it now. That first we multiply the signs. This a square was positive, 2b was positive, so positive answer. Then we multiply the coefficients. A square doesn't have any number before it, so there is a 1. And b has a coefficient 2, so 1 times 2 is 2. Then we multiply the variables. When variables are different, we simply write them as it is. So a square multiplied with b is a square b. I hope it's clear. Similarly, we will solve the second one. There is minus a square multiplied with 5c. So we know that whenever we are multiplying such expressions in which the total number of minus is odd, that is minus a square plus 5c. So minus is present one time, which is odd. So answer would be negative always. Then we multiplied coefficient of a square, which is 1, with coefficient of c, which is 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. Then we multiplied a square with c, and that's how we get a square c. So that's our final answer, 2a square b minus 5a square c. As these are unlike terms, so we can't add or subtract them, so that this is our final answer. I hope it's clear to you. Now moving to the second one, which says multiplying a binomial with a binomial. So in this case now, in the previous one, we were multiplying such expressions in which one of them was having just one term and the other one was having two terms. But here it's my binomial multiplied with binomial. It means both the expressions that you are going to multiply would be having two terms each. Right? Like in 3 fourth a square plus 3b square, there are two terms, and in 4a plus b there are two terms. So what to do in that case? Again, it's simple. Similar way we'll do like we solved the previous one. Since 3 fourth a square plus 3b, this whole bracket needs to be multiplied with the second bracket 4a plus b. It means we can keep any one of the bracket constant. For the time being, I am keeping 4a plus b as it is, right? So what I have to do now? It means 4a plus b, the other bracket, everything inside the other bracket needs to be multiplied with 4a plus b. So first 3 fourth a square needs to be multiplied with entire 4a plus b. That's how we got this one, right? Similarly, other term of 3 fourth a square, which is 3b square, that needs to be multiplied with entire 4a plus b. That's how we got, since 3b square there was a positive sign before it, so we kept plus 3b square and we multiplied it with 4a plus b. Again I am repeating, you can keep any one of the bracket as it is. I am keeping 4a plus b as it is. Now I'll multiply each and every term of the other bracket with 4a plus b. So first I multiplied 3 fourth a square with 4a plus b. Then there was plus 3b square, so I multiplied plus 3b square with 4a plus b. Please remember, answer would remain the same no matter which bracket you are keeping constant. You can also keep 3 fourth a square plus 3b square as it is and multiply 4a with it and then multiply b with it. Answer would remain the same. Now how would we solve it further? So 3 fourth a square multiplied with 4a plus b. Now the question is similar to the previous question, that is a monomial getting this is a monomial having just one term getting multiplied with a binomial. So applying the distributive law, that everything inside the bracket 4a plus b needs to be multiplied with 3 fourth a square. So plus 3 fourth a square multiplied with plus 4a, then plus 3 fourth a square multiplied with plus b. So this bracket, this first multiplication we have solved up till here, right? Now on the similar note, this 3b square, there was a plus sign, so I kept the plus as it is. This 3b square needs to be multiplied with everything inside the bracket 4a plus b. So I multiplied plus 3b square with plus 4a. Then I multiplied plus 3b square with plus b. Right? Now we are left to just solve it, simplify it. Keeping in mind the three rules that we have studied in the previous videos, algebra part 5. That first multiply the signs, then the numeric coefficients, and then at the last the variables. So plus term multiplied with the plus is plus, so that's how there is no negative sign in it. When we solved 3 fourth multiplied with 4, there was just 3 remaining, so 3 as it is. And a square multiplied with a, base is same, powers add, so it's a cube. Then plus as it is, again 3 fourth plus multiplied with the plus is a positive term. 3 fourth multiplied with, there is no number before b, so coefficient of b is 1. So 3 fourth multiplied with 1 is 3 fourth, and then a square multiplied with b is a square b. Again plus multiplied with a plus is a plus, so 3 plus is, so that's how the answer is positive. Now multiplying 3 with 4, we got 12, and then we multiplied b square and a, and that's how we got ab square. Then plus multiplied with a plus, again a plus. 3 multiplied with coefficient of b, which is 1, so 3 ones are 3, and b square multiplied with b, base is same, powers add, so b raised to power 2 plus 1, which is 3. I hope it's clear. If you have any doubt, you can always ask in the comment section. Now moving forward to the next question. Yeah. So next one is multiplying a binomial with a trinomial. So trinomial means now one of the algebraic expression that you are going to multiply with would be consisting of three terms, right? So our example says 1.5x square plus 3.8y square minus z cube. It means that it is, as you can see, it's having three terms multiplied with a binomial which is minus 2.2xy plus 9.4y. So what to do? Again, simple. You can keep any one of the bracket as it is, and the other one, each and every term of the other one, you have to multiply with that bracket. So I prefer keeping that bracket constant which is having more number of terms. So that you can keep any one of the bracket constant and like open the other one. It's totally up to you. Answer would always and always be same. So I'm keeping 1.5x square plus 3.8y square minus z cube as it is. So this bracket I kept same. Now what I have to do is I have to multiply each and everything of the other bracket which is minus 2.2xy plus 9.4y with this bracket. How? Look here. So now this minus 2.2xy needs to be multiplied with this entire bracket. So I wrote down minus 2.2xy multiplied with the entire bracket, right? Now there was plus 9.4y, so plus 9.4y needs to be multiplied with every term of this bracket. So I wrote down this bracket, right? I hope it's clear up till here. Now let's start solving. Now again it's kind of the distributive law. I told you that we can always generalize the distributive law. It means it's not fixed for two terms or one term. We can generalize it for as many number of terms. So basically this term needs to be multiplied with each and every term present inside the bracket. As we know so let's start. Minus 2.2xy multiplied with 1.5x square. I wrote it down here. Then minus 2.2xy multiplied with plus 3.8y square. I have written it here. I'm putting a plus sign in between because right now I'm not solving any sign. I'm just like keeping the addition sign, and remaining sign I'm putting as it is. Then again I put a addition sign and then writing minus 2.2xy multiplied with minus z cube. Right? Now similarly solving the other one, which says plus 9.4 multiplied with the entire bracket. So let's start. So plus 9.4 needs to be multiplied with plus 1.5x square. So I'm writing the addition as it is, and 9.4y multiplied with 1.5x square. Then 9.4y multiplied with 3.8y square. I'm keeping the addition as it is. Both were positive, so I'm writing 9.4y and 3.8y square. Then again I'm writing a positive sign in between and multiplying 9.4y with minus z cube because z cube was having a negative sign before it. So 9.4y minus z cube, right? I hope it's clear up till here. Now let's solve. Again keeping those three things in our head, multiply the signs first, then the numerical coefficients, and then at the end variables. So when I multiplied minus 2.2xy with 1.5x square, answer would be negative. I told you how. Then I multiplied 2.2 with 1.5, I got 3.3, and xy multiplied with x square. So x and x square had the same base, so powers got added, we got x cube and y as it is, right? Now multiplying minus 2.2xy with 3.8y square. Again there was just one minus present. In total, negative sign was present odd number of times, so answer is negative. 2.2 multiplied with 3.8 gives me 8.36, and then when I multiplied xy with y square, x remain as it is, and y square had the same base y, so powers get added. So y raised to power 1 multiplied with y raised to power 2 is y raised to power 3. Clear? Now multiplying the next one, which is minus 2.2xy and minus z cube. Since minus is present even number of times, so it got cancelled. So we are left with just a positive sign, and 2.2 multiplied with, there is no coefficient of z cube, so we can assume it to be a 1. So 2.2 multiplied by 1 is 2.2, and then xy multiplied with z cube is simply xyz cube. Clear? If you have any doubt regarding how to multiply the different variables or same variables, you can always go and watch the previous video, Algebra part 5. I'll provide the link to that video in this video's description box also. Next is plus 9.4y multiplied with 1.5x square. So there is no negative sign, so hence the answer would be positive. 9.4 times 1.5 is 14.1, and we multiplied x square and y, which is x square y only. Now the next is again positive, so answer is positive. 9.4 multiplied with 3.8 is 35.72, and y multiplied with y square, base is same, powers add, so it's y cube. Now plus 9.4y minus z cube. Again minus is present odd number of times, so answer is negative. Yeah, so answer is negative, and we got 9.4 multiplied with coefficient of z is z cube is 1. So 9.4 multiplied with 1 is 9.4, and y multiplied with z cube is yz cube. I hope it's clear. And now as we can see, there are no like terms, so this is our final answer. If in case you get like terms, you have to combine the like terms, add or subtract whatever the operation is there between them, and then you will get the final answer. Okay, and if you find anything difficult, anything that you are not getting, or anything you want to ask, you can ask in the comment section. That's all for today. Thank you for your time. And if you like the video and if you find it useful for you, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel.